You know, in the times we live in and the unfortunate people we have running or steering the ship, however you want to call it, as a trans woman, I have thought long and hard about what I wanted to say to not only my trans brothers and sisters, but to everyone, cisgender, non-binary, and everybody in between. Now, many people just spew off their um thoughts, and because most people are cisgender, most of them are Christian, most of them are white, and they, for the most part, generally don't have a whole lot to worry about, at least in terms of retaliation from this administration. If you're liberal, then they might come after you for something, or like, I'm getting off track here. All I'm saying is, as a trans person, I have to be double careful because, one, I might be putting myself at risk to retaliation from not only the conservative right, but from those that are running our de facto dictatorship at the moment. But I also need to understand that as a trans woman, everything I say and do will be scrutinized beyond all recognition. I will be thought of as a representative or a speaker for everyone who is trans. And I want to make it abundantly clear that I only speak for myself. I speak for no one else but myself. So if you have a problem with anything I say, direct your hate towards me. So I thought long and hard about what I want to say. What can I say and how can I say it to where it effectively gets across my point while at the same time reducing the chance for retaliation and, you know, a how can I keep my words from being used against my fellow trans um brothers and sisters. Now, anybody who knows me knows I'm a big classic movie fan. I love movies in general, but I love the classic ones because classic movies tend to be more art pieces, whereas modern movies tend to be, you know, visual junk food, let's call it. One of the most influential or legendary actors of the classic era was Charlie Chaplin. He was a massive star in the silent film era of the 1930s. He even did um, silent movies long after sound movies became prevalent. But he did do movies with sound, and the first movie he ever did was in October of 1940, about 26 years ago. Not 26, 86 years ago. Um, I apologize. It's, oh gosh, what is it? Oh god, it's 6:45 in the morning. Well, this movie, The Great Dictator, Charlie Chaplin plays a Jewish barber who somehow becomes dictator of this fictional country. Now, keep in mind, World War II has been going on for about a year and a half, 2 years at this point. However, the United States had not yet joined World War II. Bombing of Pearl Harbor had not happened yet. So, this was in the early days of World War II, in the early days of Hitler's ultimate rise to power. And this movie, and to anybody who's ever seen it, it is a massive parody and of Hitler and the Nazi Party. And it's also a massive FU / let's make fun of them type movies. That doesn't mean it doesn't have some serious undertones. If you have a chance to watch it, please watch it. It's one of my top 10 favorite movies. Now, why am I giving you this history lesson on a movie from almost 90 years ago? Because towards the end of the movie, actually almost right at the end of the movie, Charlie's character is meant to give like this rousing, Hitler-esque speech. Anybody who's seen footage from World War II knows, the fiery, passionate speeches that that man made. And he's expected to give that speech. However, he doesn't give the speech that is expected of him. And I'm going to read that speech to you now. Now, first, I'm going to have to apologize because I'm going to do my best to give the tone and the cadence and the passion of Chaplin's performance. But unfortunately, it's almost 7 o'clock in the morning and I don't want to wake my mother up. So I will do my best to convey the tone of the speech while also trying to remain relatively quiet as I can. So let me go ahead and read this for you. I'm sorry, but I do not want to be an emperor. That's not my business. I do not want to rule or conquer anyone. I should like to help everyone. Possible. Jew, Gentile, black man, white. We all want to help one another. Human beings are like that. We want to live by each other's happiness, not by each other's misery. We don't want to hate and despise one another. In this world, there is room for everyone, and the good earth is rich and can provide for everyone. The way of life can be free and beautiful, but we have lost the way. Greed has poisoned men's souls, has barricaded the world with hate, has goose-stepped us into misery and bloodshed. We have developed speed, but have shut ourselves in. Machinery that gives us abundance has left us in want. Our knowledge has made us cynical, our cleverness hard and unkind. We think too much and feel too little. More than machinery, we need humanity. More than cleverness, we need kindness and gentleness. Without these qualities, life will be violent and all will be lost. The aeroplane and the radio have brought us closer together. The very nature of these inventions cries out for the goodness in men, cries out for the universal brotherhood, for the unity of all of us. Even now, my voice is reaching millions throughout the world, millions of despairing men and women and children, victims of a system that makes men torture and imprison innocent people. To those of you who can hear me, I say, do not despair. The misery that is now upon us is but the passing of greed, the bitterness of men who fear the way of human progress. The hate of men will pass, and dictators die. The power they took from the people will return to the people, and so long as men die, liberty will never perish. Soldiers, don't give yourselves to brutes, men who despise you, enslave you, who regiment your lives, tell you what to do, tell you what to think and what to feel, who drill you, who diet you, who treat you like cattle, use you as cannon fodder. Don't give yourselves to these unnatural men with machine mind and machine hearts. You're not machines. You're not cattle. You're men. You have the love of humanity in your hearts. You don't hate. Only the unloved hate, and the unloved and the unnatural. Soldiers, don't fight for slavery. Fight for liberty. The 17th chapter of St. Luke is written, the kingdom of God is within men. Not one man, nor a group of men, but all men. You, the people, the power to create machines, the power to create happiness. You, the people that have the power to make this life feel free and beautiful, to make this life wonderful and adventure. Then, in the name of democracy, let us use that power. Let us unite. Let us fight for a new world, a decent world that will give men a chance to work, that will give youth a future, that will give old age security. By the promise of these things, brutes have risen to power, but they lie. They will not fulfill that promise. They never will. Dictators free themselves, but they enslave the people. Now let us fight to fulfill that promise. Let us fight to free the world, to do away with national barriers, to do away with greed, to do away with hate and intolerance. Let us fight for a world of reason, a world where science and progress will lead to all of men's happiness. Soldiers, in the name of democracy, let us unite. I recently rewatched that movie, and I had to sit for a good 20 minutes because I was absolutely shocked with how much that speech was applicable to the situation we find ourselves in today, especially in the United States. There is a scene not long after that. A character, Hannah, one of the dictator's friends / associates, whatever you want to call it. He addresses her and says, "Look up, Hannah. The soul of man has been given wings, and at last is beginning to fly. He is flying into the rainbow, into the light of hope, and into the future, the glorious future that belongs to you, to me, to all of us." This character hears his voice on the radio, and turns to the people around her and says, "Listen," which is the end of the movie. I know when Chaplin wrote that speech, because he did write the movie, he was not trying to be prophetic. He was simply observing the world around him, but there is nothing that I could have said that would portray or express not only my thoughts and feelings, but a description of the way we are right now in the United States. I will leave this video to end with one more quote from Mr. Chaplin. He said, "One does not have to be a Jew to be anti-Nazi. All one has to do is be a normal, decent human being."